certainly be violated if the farmers come in. Rapid Action Force is already ready and geared up. Senior officials are also here since the morning. Situation is being controlled, continuously monitored. But what the police officials have to say that the traffic movement that is still allowed on this road, on this particular highway, will only be restricted and completely blocked once the confirmation from their counterpart in Haryana is received that farmers are now approaching, because right now we saw the ruckus that is going on at Shambu border. Once they march in from there, Shambu border is roughly about 200 kilometers from here. So even if they start marching, it will take them 4 to 5 hours, and that time will be sufficient for the Delhi police to make all arrangements here. This measure has only been taken to minimize the inconvenience to the local people who live in this area and who have businesses running in this area.
Absolutely. It affected last time as well. The local economy was affected. And the farmers' protest proved to be a nightmare for any government to deal with, because these are farmers who sit on the border for months. These are farmers who are demanding that their demands ought to be met, especially about the MSP. Many experts argue that this could be also political in nature, keeping in mind that the elections are very close, and this could not be the right optics that anybody would want to have at a point like this. We'll try and cut across to my colleague Anshul as well. He continues to be with us on the broadcast. Anshul, once again, briefly, bring our viewers up to speed about what kind of arrangements have been made by Delhi police.
So I lost the question there. Can you repeat your question, please?
I meant to ask you about the preparations that have been made by Delhi police anticipating the farmers to land at the borders of the Delhi.
So yes, I'll let the visuals speak for themselves. If I could just show you how the Delhi police is now making sure that this entire border is now fortified in such a manner that not even one person can actually cross and get into the national capital. Not only these barricades that have been put over here, but also over the last few days, mock drills have taken place where the jawans of Delhi police रैपिड
बिल्कुल हमारे ऊपर है और ड्रोन के जरिए छोड़ा गया था। जैसे हम जिक्र कर रहे थे तो फिलहाल ड्रोन वापस जाता हुआ और ड्रोन की तरफ से 2 या 3 टीयर गैस छोड़े गए थे और उसके बाद ड्रोन एक बार फिर से हरियाणा की सरहद की तरफ, जहां पर पूरा प्रशासन है, उस तरफ जाता हुआ तस्वीरों में नजर आ रहा है। तो इस समय शंभू बैरियर के ऊपर की स्थिति जो आप तक पहुंचा रहे हैं, एक बार फिर से किसान धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश करते हुए, जैसे ही टीयर गैस का थोड़ा सा आप कह सकते हैं कि असर कम होता है तो उसके बाद जो ये किसान है वो आगे बढ़ना शुरू कर देते हैं। तो देखिए दोनों तरफ की तस्वीरें, एक तरफ किसान बहुत पीछे तक हमें नजर आ रहे हैं, बहुत पीछे किसान रुके हुए थे, वहां पर जाकर भी ड्रॉप किए गए 1-2 टीयर गैस और उसके बाद एक बार ड्रोन तो वापस जा चुके हैं, दोनों ड्रोन वापस जा चुके हैं, या तो दोबारा लोड करके हो सकता है कि दोबारा एक बार फिर से ड्रोन के जरिए टीयर गैस इस्तेमाल की जाए, वैसी कोई स्थिति नजर आए। एक बार फिर से किसान थोड़े आगे बढ़ते हुए, हम तस्वीरें भी अपने दर्शकों को दिखाते रहेंगे। अजय अगर तस्वीरें दिखा पाए, क्योंकि जिस तरह से आगे बढ़ते हैं उसके बाद एकदम से टीयर गैस का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। टीयर गैस का इस्तेमाल जो हरियाणा प्रशासन की तरफ से वो किया जा रहा है। एक तरफ हरियाणा, एक तरफ पंजाब। इस समय हम पंजाब की तरफ शंभू बॉर्डर के ऊपर इस समय की तस्वीरें अपने दर्शकों तक पहुंचाते हुए, और इन तस्वीरों के जरिए कि क्या कुछ माहौल दोनों तरफ बना हुआ है। दूसरी तरफ आप कह सकते हैं कि हरियाणा पुलिस के जो जवान हैं वो बिल्कुल मुस्तैद हैं, पैरामिलिट्री फोर्स हमें नजर आ रही है, और दूसरी तरफ किसान बिल्कुल तैयारी के साथ यहां पर पहुंचे हुए हैं कि हम एंटर करेंगे, हम हरियाणा को पार करते हुए दिल्ली तक जाना चाहते हैं अपनी मांगों को लेकर। तो फिलहाल की स्थिति यह है कि एक बार फिर से जो किसान प्रदर्शनकारी धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ते हुए, और आप कह सकते हैं कि जल्दी ऐसी स्थिति एक बार फिर से आ सकती है कि टीयर गैस का इस्तेमाल कर दिया जाए, लेकिन दोनों ड्रोन के जरिए भी नजर रखी जा रही है। जैसे ही आगे बढ़ते हैं प्रदर्शनकारी तो उसके बाद एक बार फिर से टीयर गैस का इस्तेमाल होता है। मैं वापस स्टूडियो का रुख करता हूं, गगन।
All right, that was my colleague from News 18 India getting us a ground report from the Shambu border where tear gas are being fired one after another. The police has also resorted to mild lathi charge to ensure that the mob is dispersed. Let me once again try and cut across to my colleague Anvit. He continues to be with us on the broadcast. Anvit, memories are still fresh about the kind of protests that we had seen on the Singhu border here in the NCR region. Tikri border was also one of the flashpoints. Right now, once again, for the benefit of our viewers, what exactly is happening where you are?
see, we are reporting from Tikri border. The precautions that the police have taken are they believe up to the mark because the farmers are still away. The ruckus is going on to Shambu border, which is roughly about 200 kilometers away from here. It is expected that even if they manage to cross over, it will take them at least 4 to 5 hours to reach Tikri border where we are right now. We are, to be specific, we are at in Tikri area of Delhi, which is just touches the border of Jhajjar in Haryana. So this is the border of Delhi, Haryana. This is the second border that is being closely watched. Second Delhi-Haryana border is Singhu border, which connects Delhi to Karnal. These are the two main highways that connect Delhi to Haryana. Other borders that are being closely watched are Chila border in Mayur Vihar and that connects Mayur Vihar to Noida, and then Ghazipur border that connects Ghaziabad to Delhi. So these are the four main areas that are closely being watched. Tikri border, relatively the traffic is eased right now. Police are saying that restrictions have also not been placed because information from their counterparts in Haryana has not been received that the farmers are about to approach, and the traffic will completely be shut only once the farmers are closed, so that the inconvenience to the locals and the traders in this area, because this is an industrial area, so the inconvenience to traders and commuters can be minimized, and that is one thing being kept in mind. Also, cement barriers are here, policemen are atop roofs. Every movement is being watched. Even drones are being used to keep a watch, not just on this particular highway, but also in the nearby areas. There's also a notice that has been put up by the local, local traders and people who do business in this area. The notice has been put up by the Confederation of Bahadurgarh Industries, that the area that lies in Haryana, because this is an industrial area, and last time when the farmers had taken siege of this area, this entire highway was shut, and the trade on both sides, on the shop, be it small shops or be it the bigger factories, all were shut for more than 3 months, adversely affecting the business of these local people, and many of them were financially devastated following that. Other than that, Section 144 is imposed in Delhi and in areas of Haryana. So if the farmers walk in, that will also be a violation of the law, and that is what the police are also saying, that if this happens, we are completely geared up. Tear gas shells are already here. Water cannon has been called in. So any movement that is against the law will be is being watched, and all efforts will be made to contain it, to contain the farmers from entering Delhi, as no such permission has been granted to them to walk into Delhi.
Absolutely. Anvit Srivastav getting us all the details on that very important story. Anshul is also with us on the show, but right now Shambu border is the flashpoint. That's one of the key areas where we continue to report from. From this area, you can see there are reports coming in of clashes erupting between the farmers and the police authorities. My lathi charge has also been used in this particular area. Tear gas shells are being used one after another. Here in the National Capital Region, along the borders, whether it's the Chilla border, whether it's the Tikri border or the Singhu border earlier, where there was a sit-in by the farmers for months. On all of those places, there is heavy deployment that has been put in by the authorities, by the agencies, and the Delhi police is present in huge numbers. Let me once again try and cut across to my colleague Anshul, who is with us on the show, getting us more news and updates about what exactly are the preparations of the Delhi police authorities. Anshul, any word that you've picked up from the farmer leaders?
So yes, the farmer leaders, in fact, what the sources within the farmers' camp is telling us at this point in time, is that they are not ready to back down. They say yes, the government is trying to suppress their voice. They gave the chance to the government to actually come and sit on the table and have dialogue with them. But yes, even the meetings that with the senior union ministers that happened till late night yesterday, the entire talks have failed. Yes, a few demands have been agreed by the government, but yes, the manner in which the farmers wanted the government to actually go ahead and implement their demand for MSP at the earliest, that is something that has still not been done. And they say that this is just another time-buying tactic that is being done by the central government, and hence they are not ready to back down. We saw what is happening at the Shambu border, now out here at the Singhu border as well. Traffic from one side has now finally been opened, whereas the traffic from the other side has now been diverted. So yes, the Delhi police is now in all readiness to make sure that if at all farmers come over here, they can control the situation on the ground. You can see that there are several paramilitary forces, several companies of paramilitary forces that have been deployed over here. In fact, what sources have told us is that in Haryana itself, more than 60 companies of paramilitary forces have been asked for. You can see in the visuals over here, senior police officials of this area to the range of DCP is standing on the ground, making sure that the arrangements that have been put in place, they are done in such a way that if at all any sort of law and order situation arises, which is going to arise because the farmers are going to reach over here, is what the Delhi police